Yo, Rob, you ready? Yo, chill. Chill. I hit it. Yeah. What? What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason? What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason for the treason? For the treason in my season. What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason? What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason for the treason? Check it. What? It's the man that never sleeps on the job. Miracle mirage, lyrical massage. In the garage and entourage. Dance till the morning light with El DeBarge. Like Busta Rhymes, oh my goodness, oh my gosh. Leaving pens in pools of plastic, melted chemicals. Chimneys now is drastic. Stretch vocab like elastic. Plain sealed by a casket with pounds and grams in baskets. Run and get the shotgun pump, watch me float from the catapult. Tasty like cantaloupe, casting curses on the Pope. My bass is riding love boats, going circles and moats. My soldiers coming like red coats with the antidote or anesthesia to amnesia or ammonia. Beats like rickets nipped to ammonia. More acidic than gastric juice. You wonder who produced. Hang 'em high with the neck noose. I'm drinking double deuce or trouble juice. I'm your old earth, dropping styles like Mother Goose. What's the reason for the treason? Black. What's the reason for the treason? Black. What's the reason? Tell me. What's the reason for the treason? Black. Don't be knowing how to act. Listen, what's the reason for the treason? Black. What's the reason for the treason? Black. I need to know. What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason for that book if got to go? What's the reason for the treason? I'm reasoning or reconsidering record contracts while Rob break backs. Who be crushing bricks with fingertips? Smoking tie sticks, not stones. I'm like mixing flicks with chrome. Kid, hang onions on your home. I'm sucking hemoglobin out your heart. Your hemorrhoids are horrendous. I'm tremendous. Drink a case of beer that's worse than Ferguson's sentence. Don't detest this. Just run and call the dentist. Sticking whack MCs like a thumbtack. Return like a Jedi with bread. I wanna come back. Plus I sip on cognac. Puff, chronic constantly with no consent. If I die from cancer on my coffin, coffee represents. Wasn't hesitant. Whack MCs and stars, Barbie and Ken. Yo, what's the reason for the treason, huh? You wanna know what's going on? Go read the source. Think you on point because you thicker than a horse. You better check your own backyard. And on your breath, I'm smelling lard. Way back in the days, your rep was scarred. Something about you and sex, you regret it. I forget it. Now I'm working for 9X. You still clocking me like Timex. Wondering what's happening with my rapping and wanna capture my moments with Cannon. My power movements is monumental. You must be always on your menstrual. Please stop watching my life. You cut off like Lorana Bobbitt with a knife. Clocking my career like the Cosbys to update your articles or chronicles. Your questions are like barnacles. Leave me alone with your guy friends trying to play me on the phone. I'm rolling with Nettie and Dice Capone. Since I'm the telephone technician, let me change your dial tone. I need to go home like E.T., but you can smell this from your pelvis. I'm funnier than Eddie, then I'm ghost like Elvis. What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason? No doubt. What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason? What's the reason? What's the reason? What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason for the treason? Can you tell me what's the reason? Can you tell me what's the reason for the treason? What's the reason for the treason? Black. What's the reason for the treason? Black. Tell me. What's the reason for the treason in my season? What's the reason for the treason in my season? What's the reason for the treason in my season? What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason for the treason in my season? What's the reason for the treason in my season? Can you tell me what's the reason for the treason? Cause I can turn it out. What's the reason for the treason? Big Rob, Lil Sprout, Buffalo Soldier, my main man Boogie Brown, Poet Nettie, Dice Capone, Mr. Rice, my man Phil, Doctor, Mr. Jones, all my crew around the way, Hempstead, Butler, LONS, 516, yeah, all my Lions, word, yeah. What's the reason for the treason, Black? What's the reason for the treason, Black? What's the reason for the treason, Black? You don't be knowing how to act. What's the reason for the treason, Black? What's the reason for the treason, Black? What's the reason for the treason, Black? Don't be knowing how to act. Yes. This one here's for all my peoples back in the days when sharkskin pants and BKs with silk shirts and hush puppies and church socks. You know what I'm saying? Word. It's for them. No doubt. Stop searching under K for my catalog. With all your questions, what is this? You all up in my business, looking in my face like I'm Santa Claus on Christmas. Always wanna test this, you ain't on the guest list. Go and hiss, garden snake. You should say excuse me, Quasi, for being fake. Like a cotton snowflake, you rotten to the core. Even heads in Scotland said I'm raw and wanted more. Please don't treat me like my shit ain't fine. Try and pass me by. My rhymes are like a razor blade that hits you in your eye. But before you die, I tried to save you though. Like Robin Harris said, I gotta go, gotta go. What's the reason for the treason? Black, don't be knowing how to act. Tell, what's the reason for the treason? Black, Sprout rhymes over fat tracks. Tell, what's the reason for the treason? Black, Big Rob chillin' on the beats. What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason? It's the man that don't sleep. Don't sleep. I seen you try to creep out the corner of my Jeep, but you ain't really doing damage. It's the beast inside the savage that might save you. Duncan glazed you. MCs was raised through my technological breakthroughs. Is it technology or technology when you selling me a prodigy? I'm on tour on a secret odyssey. I probably do horribly in biology is modesty. My bodily fluids fluctuates in the forest, flips in different forecasts, ferments till I bust ass or smoke grass. Since I'm ever ready, I always outlast. Poetic Aristotle is on the throttle. Aristocrat with this and that, with the fat format. When I'm done, it's like someone used your chest as a doormat. You still staring at me and my crew up in a cipher or circumference. I circumcise your mics, cause you all looking like meatheads. I breed feds with lead beds like crackheads with pro-kids. 85% of people just does what Simon says. No doubt. So you can keep swallowing and following. You still hollowing Herman's head. What's the reason for the treason and you dead? What's the reason for the treason? What's the reason for the treason, Black? You know what I'm saying? This one here is for my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Sprout jumps about, drinks a stout, no doubt. With Big Rob eating corn on the cob, cause I can turn it out. You know what I'm saying? It's full them clubs. You know what I'm saying? That you gotta wear shoes to get in. You know what I'm saying? That old bull. Word. Sprout jumps about, drinks a stout. Sprout jumps about, drinks a stout. Mr. Jones on the phone. Buffalo Soldier. Word. Dr. Phil. What's the reason for the treason? Black. What's the Sprout jumps about, drinks a stout. What's the Sprout jumps about? Sprout jumps about. What's the Sprout jumps about, drinks a stout.